Well, it is a Tuesday, a lovely Tuesday. And we have had to live through week 3 of the NFL here in the AFC South once again. Look, I've got a lot to say, but yet not a lot to say. A lot of the same to say, but nonetheless, we are going to be talking Titan. Brad,
it's gotten spicy
Sunday,
here.
bloody Sunday.
It has gotten spicy here in Middle Tennessee. We've got sports radio hosts saying, look, it's not even the quarterback anymore. We know what the quarterback is or isn't.
Right.
They're now starting to point the fingers at ownership.
Oh, boy.
Until ownership changes, this culture will never change. Is what I'm hearing.
I mean, they may be right. They may be right. I don't know.
How are you going to do that?
I don't know that really
ownership.
But ownership is not really. I just don't think ownership necessarily is what's leading to the downfall on the field. Do we have a coach now that's in over his head? I mean, I think we can have that discussion.
We'll talk about the coach
for sure. Do we have playmakers on the field? Yeah, I think we have playmakers on the field. Do we still have a porous offensive line? That's something to talk about. Mm-hmm. We have a quarterback who continues to make poor decisions?
And I want to know what happened to the defense. Was the number 1 rated defense your favorite word, fraudulent? On paper, they were number 1, but
it's hard to say.
They showed nothing on the field.
I mean, they did not show up at all on Sunday for sure. I mean, it was a bad outing for everybody.
And we were talking about don't lose to this quarterback, not the quarterback you just let go. For
exactly.
Nothing. You didn't even get toilet paper back.
The storyline here with Malik coming back to Nashville as the starting quarterback for the injured Jordan Love. I mean, it couldn't have played out any better for him, right? Now I don't know that he's really going to be vocal about it, but I think secretly this is like him just giving the finger to Nashville for sure. But like you mentioned, I mean, the defense did not come through. Did not come through on Sunday.
I mean, they want to play big and bad boy football, but we didn't see any of that between the whistles. I mean, okay, so maybe you got some personal fouls and stupid penalties again that cost you. But that's not big and bad.
No, it's
you
not.
You need to be able to stop the run.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to confuse a third-string quarterback at best. And you didn't do it.
No, they didn't.
At home. You're not even in Green Bay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I'm looking,
like you're in Green Bay.
The town or the time of possession, I don't know that it was really, it's a 5-minute differential. I don't know that that's really significant or had anything to do with it, because that's, of course, what people are going to try to say. Well, the offense isn't on the field long enough and giving them a break and blah, 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 blah. Look, I mean, let's see. The Titans ran 53 plays. The Green Bay ran 59. It's not like they ran 40% more plays than they did. It's not like they held the ball the whole game. 3 sacks on the game. I mean, it's just not good right now, man. Not much to be excited about in Music City. But we'll start with the glaring thing here. Let's start on the offensive side.
I know everybody wants to talk quarterback. Well, just remember where this starts.
Oh, it starts up top. I think we mentioned in the last one.
I'm not talking about the owner. I'm just talking about coach.
I was talking about coach. I'm not so much about the owner.
So maybe we start with the coach.
Yeah,
and then we'll work our way down to the offensive line and Will Levis. But there, in a moment in this game, there was a bad look.
Mm-hmm.
The punt team,
running
out there to kick a punt, and all of a sudden, coach just takes a timeout. Timeout. Everyone behind him's booing, and then he changes his mind.
Yeah.
To run a 4th down play that actually was there.
The dadgum
Will Levis didn't throw the ball.
He succumbed to the crowd. The crowd, he did it to please the crowd.
But what was interesting, I wish you could have heard this live with me. He always does a little Monday interview with the media.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that it wasn't that, everybody. It wasn't me being influenced by anyone. He said what it was my punt team was ready to go out and punt after that 3rd down play, because no one expected them to get that close on 3rd and 50. What does that say about his own team? Why are you calling a third down play if you don't expect to pick it up?
Oh my
We've got all
gosh.
kinds of problems with your words right now, Coach.
Yeah,
He
I
said we
mean,
didn't expect to get it. They just ran out there or get close enough. That's bad coaching.
I don't understand that. I mean, that
no
is
one
like that's
expected
like
to get
somebody
close.
who's playing Madden football is like, oh, you know, they couldn't have been. I just called that play.
I didn't expect him to
I
get
didn't
that close,
expect
and
to get
now
that close.
Now I'm that confused.
Now I don't know what to do because we got close to getting the first down. What does that even mean?
So you're calling a play to expect failure? Is that what you're saying? That's questionable.
I mean, at best, that's questionable. At best.
Hey, I gotta have a little more faith in your squad than that.
Yeah.
It's like I'm calling this third down play, and you guys are running out right after this because there's no way in hell they're picking up this play.
Yeah.
So, shame on them.
I mean, and I'm just sitting here looking at the stats. I mean, why are we not running the ball?
They got D-Hop running. I mean, they got him going a little bit. I mean, I think give some credit to the Green Bay defense a little bit here in this game. In this game. I mean, their linebackers were flying. So I feel like they tried to run Pollard and
they ran 11 times.
into a wall. I mean, but maybe some would argue that was about 6 times too many.
Maybe
they kept trying.
I don't know. All I know is we have to get the ball into the playmakers' hands. Now, obviously, there are a number of ways of doing that. We don't have to run the ball every time, but I do believe in a balanced approach, particularly when we have a quarterback in Will Levis who just cannot. He just can't help himself but to try to make the hero play. Like, I don't know why we are chucking the ball 45 yards downfield when we can't even make them respect an in-breaking route at the moment.
And maybe, I'm not here to defend your quarterback, but it looked like a couple of times Will Levis was caught staring down the field when everything was crashing around him, and he kept waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. You can't wait with that offensive line. He should know better than anyone.
Oh, I know.
You can't wait that long.
But see, this goes back to coaching, though. Why are we not doing man beaters of some kind? Why are we not doing timing routes where we can get the ball out of his hand and into these playmakers' hands as quick as possible? I mean, there are different ways to do it. I don't know. Maybe his scheme doesn't allow for that, but it just seems to me with a quarterback who's struggling, which Will Levis is struggling right now. I think we can. There's no doubting that.
Another pick six this week. 8 turnovers, the leader in the NFL. You don't want to be the leader in that category.
Yeah. 2 interceptions. I mean, he was 26 of 34, 260, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, though I think his passing numbers are very much inflated because, I mean, like you said, they don't respect his arm right now to be able to throw the ball accurately. Right now, I mean, the scheme is kind of predictable, I think. I got nothing here, man. This is a joke to me. 0-18. Hashtag 0-18, guys. Y'all don't know the joke. Yeah, I know we only play 17 games or whatever. But we're going to lose in the bye week.
I'm still not buying it. I think the Tennessee.
Until I see otherwise.
I think the Titans were just.
We might win 4 games.
I think they're in a rough stretch of their schedule.
What's the high and the low? Low is 0, and it's very likely. High is 4. 4, I don't know, man. We may not make it to 4.
Hey, they get to play Skylar Thompson maybe this week on Monday Night Football. The Tennessee Titans versus the Miami Dolphins. The whole world will get to see.
Well, I mean, the reality is, though, is like that we're going to see real quick. I mean, look, dude, if you can't beat a Miami team that doesn't have really a quarterback,
no.
But see, this is the thing. That's who we just played. We just played Malik Willis.
It's true.
That's who we just played.
It's
not like I have a lot of confidence that we're going to be able to stop that backup quarterback rather than Malik Willis.
Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle.
Lots of weapons.
I mean, you don't just get the ball in the hands. Then,
hey, there's an idea.
Then this defense that talks about they're big and bad. Do something other than have personal fouls.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The defense has definitely got to pick it up. I mean, they did not show up. I mean, what does Green Bay had 188 rushing yards. Whoa, golly.
I think Malik accounted for about 70 of those.
Yeah. What did he do? Yep. He had 73 yards.
73 and a tutty.
Mm-hmm. And 6 carries, 12.2 average, man. Gee whiz. I mean, when you do that, you don't have to do very much passing the ball.
But
I mean,
he did.
He was 13 of 19, 202, and a tutty. I mean, dude, he managed the game.
He threw right at your free agent big signings.
Yep.
It wasn't even scared.
Nope.
he's
He's like, I know these guys.
He's
I
like,
practice with
he's
them.
like,
For a
my
while.
receivers are going to win this matchup.
Yep. They got this. I mean, he spread the ball around. I mean, dude, it's
manage the game.
But
That's
see,
all
but the thing is like,
needs to do.
again, Tennessee doesn't have a backup option. Mason Rudolph does not. He does not give you a better chance to win. I don't think either one of them give you that great of a chance to win. Is a problem. But I think if you're going to,
maybe because it's just the rest of the makeup of the team. Maybe they were overhyped. Maybe there was a false expectation that we're like, hey, we're spending the gobs of money. If we can just figure out the quarterback, everything else around us is good. And maybe that was a lie.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But I don't know that Ryan Tannehill never had this many weapons around him.
You don't like AJ Brown?
That's one.
That's one more than the Titans have.
I mean, DeAndre Hopkins,
not a weapon.
I mean, apparently he is.
He had a good game.
I mean, DeAndre Hopkins, Tajay Spears, Tyler Boyd,
not a weapon.
I mean, Calvin
you know
Ridley.
Why they're not? They're supposed to be weapons. They're not weapons because of scheme. I'm calling out the coaching this week.
I can
they can
get
be,
on board with that.
They can be weapons. They're not being used as weapons. How about that?
I hear that, but I also think that we also have a quarterback that's not sophisticated enough to be able to handle the scheme. I'm not saying the scheme is good. I'm not even really sure what the scheme is, quite frankly.
The scheme is listen to the crowd. If they boo, I'm going to change what I'm doing.
Let the crowd call the plays. That's what it is.
Press A if you want to run, B if you want to pass.
Yep.
He's going to take the analytics and see what the fans want.
I mean, I just think we have dynamic guys, but we just – and maybe you're right. Maybe it is the scheme. I don't know. Whatever it is, it just has to be.
Maybe it's the offensive line. Maybe it's a great coaching. Maybe it's a great coaching.
I'm so fucking tired of talking about the offense.
Maybe it's a great coach. Maybe Will Levis is a good enough quarterback. Maybe the talent around him is good. We just will never know because the offensive line, including Skoronsky, stinks right now.
Well, I know that Skoronsky, he actually put a quote out there that they've got to get better and that they deserve every bit of shit that they get this week because of it.
I mean, they graded him with giving up 7 pressures again this week. Him. Yeah. I'm not talking about the left tackle, which we all know sucks. He sucks so bad that the right tackle too, they're getting switched out mid-game and it's no better.
It's just it's so hard as a Tennessee Titans fan to sit here and have to talk about the fucking offensive line for the MPF. I mean, what was it the last time that Levis fumbled? Or one of the times anyway. I can't remember all of them. But dude, MPF just totally whiffed.
Sorry.
I mean, daggone.
Hey, Mr. Momentum was going forward, but there's nobody there.
No, but you don't give up when you're on the outside. You don't give up the inside, right? You push them up the arc, right?
That gives your quarterback a chance to step up anyway.
Right. But I mean, dude, I'm tired of having the conversation about the offensive line. Clearly, there's some sort of curse. Now, here's the thing. Like, you shouldn't continue to have this problem, right? If you bring in a new GM, you should be getting out the crap that got the last guy fired and getting newer and better in, right?
They got a new center. That's one. You didn't want to get anything else? You thought that was it?
I know. I need some guys on the outside that can freaking block.
He got one. Why do you stop there? Is my question. Incomplete.
I mean, because the reality is, I mean, again, I'm not going to make any excuses for Will Levis. I think Will Levis sucks. I think Will Levis is exactly who I thought he was coming out of the University of Kentucky. I think he loves to play hero ball. I think he can't help himself but try to go for the big play when we don't need him to do the big play. We don't need him to try to get the big play. We just need him to manage the game and just run the offense. Now, whether or not the offense is right for him or right for this team, I have no idea. Someone way smarter than me can probably break that down. But I can tell you right now, Will Levis is not going to be very long for Nashville at this rate.
Okay, so next year, because we know the Colts and their starting quarterback position is just a turnstile. Would they want it to be Anthony Richardson?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say next year, Will Levis is gone.
Mm-hmm.
He is the backup quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. The worst nightmare would be Anthony Richardson Richardson gets hurt, and now Will Levis is coming to Nashville to make a start. Everyone in that stadium believes that once a quarterback leaves here, they're better.
Yeah.
So does Will Levis come in here, manage the game, throw for 220 and a touchdown, and just lead them to just a standard victory?
I don't know, but
that's all that we want him to do is just be a game manager.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like,
but he'll do it in Indy, but he won't do it here.
Well, I'm just saying that I don't think Rand Carthen will let Will Levis fuck shit up too bad, because he was a Vrabel guy. Am I correct? Was that a Vrabel hire or draft?
It was. It was definitely not current coach.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that Callahan and Carthen are not going to let this sit around for too much longer. But the problem is like I said, we don't have anybody behind him that's going to do any better.
Mason.
I mean, now the question, here's the question. He may not do any better, but will he do worse?
I mean, the stats say it'd be pretty damn hard to do worse.
Right, exactly.
So statistically, it'd be almost impossible to do worse.
I don't know. I'm open to anything right now. All I know is that, like, I think we have just as good of a chance to put DeAndre Hopkins back there taking snaps as we do right now with Will Levis.
Oh, come on. No.
What does the stats say? I mean, last time I checked, it said that we have no wins. Well, last time I checked, I saw that we had eight interceptions. Is that right? I mean, that ain't good.
8 turnovers.
8 turnovers, whatever. No bueno. No bueno. I don't know, man. But the rest of the AFC South, only thing we can hope for, only thing that we can hope for is that the rest of the AFC South comes to us, right?
The AFC South pending the Jacksonville Jaguars game.
Right.
Texans 2-1, Colts 1-2, Jags 0-2, Titans 0-3. I mean, you got that. I mean, even my Jaguars, if they happen to lose on Monday Night Football, which we're recording this before Monday Night Football, but you know, if I was joking last week, I was like, the Jags may lose and still be in second place. Well, can't be true now since the Colts won. Yeah. But that's the only hope that any of these 4 teams have, is that they're in this division and there's a lot of football to be played.
Yeah. I mean, my gosh, man.
It's a long season. We should have known it's going to be a long season.
It is. And I mean, you know, the end of last year, you kind of had a little bit of a flicker of hope, right? But we just...
Maybe he likes to play in Miami. Maybe Will Levis goes down there 300 yards and they come back with a 30-20 victory. He likes to play down.
So here's the thing. I mean, I think there's a world where something like that could happen.
Why not?
Because, you know, maybe it's less pressure on the road. Performing in front of a fan.
I wish Parker were here with this, because I would ask him. When I was watching that game live, it sounded like a road game.
Yeah.
I heard more noise when the Titans were on offense than when they were playing defense.
Yeah.
A lot of Green Bay Packers fans.
Whole lot of Pack fans there.
They were packing.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
Jeez.
But
I know what you were trying to say. I mean,
yeah.
Less pressure, less expectation. You kind of stick to the script more when you're on the road instead of ad-libbing, listening to what the crowd has to say about it to make a decision.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I like you, wish Parker was here, because
get his first.
I would love to have like another opinion about this scheme. I mean, right now it's not working. Yeah, whether it's a personnel, is it a personnel issue? Right? Is it a personnel issue, or is it a scheme issue, or is it both? Because I think there's a world where it could be both.
That's going to be a long road.
It really is. It really is. But
hey, we need your help. In the comments below, tell us what it is. I mean, that's what this show is about, discussing sports. We're just the 2 dudes. We need you guys to start the discussion. Let's go.
I don't know if I mean, look, again, we're not like, I mean, we're just dudes on the internet talking sports.
Yeah, we like
that's all we do here. I mean, what do we know, right? But yeah, down in the comments, tell us what you think about the Titans. I mean, right now, it's rough. Do you think we're going to go #0-18?
14-3.
14-3.
They win everything else.
14-3.
They went out.
Newberry says that is a pipe dream if I've ever heard.
Forget the beginning of the season.
Hey, I will personally paint my chest 2-tone blue with a likeness of Will Levis on it if they go 14-3. So all you fans out there, you may not want me to do that, but we'll see. For all you fans out there, y'all just keep me accountable for that.
I will personally cut my heart out of my chest, put in a Tennessee Titans souvenir clock, and replace my heart with the clock.
Golly,
if they would go 14-3.
It's a tough scene here in Nashville.
You can watch the surgery right here
Absolutely.
on Dudes Discussing Sports. He will stream it live.
Absolutely. Hey guys, thanks for joining us for Talking Titans. It's been a tough scene here in Nashville. Tell us what your experience has been. Tell us what you think about all the teams in the AFC South. Newberry, final thoughts.
Take a deep breath. You're in the AFC South. We just lost to an NFC game, an NFC team. So hang in there. We'll see what happens.
Well, if I just have one, if I can stay positive for a second for Will Levis, if I go coach on him here a little bit, what you have to do is not play scared, but play smart. Manage the game. Go out there, do your job. You're out there with a bunch of professionals. Let them help you do your job. But guys, that's all we got today for Dudes Discussing Sports. Till next time, you guys be well.